The Gemara tells us in Brachas, Rav Soli Shel Shabbos Be'erev Shabbos. The Rav made early Shabbos. Part of the mitzvah of Tosefes Shabbos is a mitzvah in Torah of bringing in Shabbos early. According to many Rishonim, it's a din d'oraisa. And if a Rav made Kiddush, he made Kiddush old Yom up before nighttime. And that's how the Arzur and others bring a proof that Tosefes Shabbos is d'oraisa, because if Kiddush is a mitzvah in Torah and Tosefes Shabbos is only d'Rabbanan, how could you do a mitzvah in Torah during a Zman d'Rabbanan? Hence, they conclude that Tosefes Shabbos is d'oraisa. So we're all familiar with Shabbos making early Shabbos. So it's a little wonder while the Shulchan Aruch, when it talks about Leil Pesach, the Shulchan Aruch says one should not lo yochel ad shetechshach. One should not eat until nightfall. Why should Leil Pesach be any different than Leil Shabbos? It's like Leil Shabbos, we make Kiddush early, why not? And we bring in Shabbos early, why not the same thing by Yom Tov? So there are those Rishonim, Tosas Harash and Brachas, Daf Chav Zayin, who actually say there is no difference. The same way you could bring in Shabbos early, you could bring in Pesach early, and you could do everything. You could have your Seder during Tosefes Shabbos, Tosefes Yom Tov. Albeit the Shulchan Aruch doesn't follow that opinion. So what's the pshat? Well, yochel ad shetechshach. And since especially the night of Pesach, we want to make it as soon as possible. We want the kids to be up and the kids to be awake. So why is it that by Pesach night of all nights, we wait until nightfall? So this seems to be a machlokes, the Magen Avraham versus the Taz, and what is the reason why we don't bring in Pesach early. So the Magen Avraham writes that we have many mitzvahs the night of Pesach. We have the matzah, we have Hallel, or other mitzvahs, and the mitzvahs halayla have to be done at Laila. And since we have a mitzvah of 4 cups of wine, that's one of the mitzvahs, and it always comes out that the first to the 4th cup is the mitzvah of Kiddush. So out the mitzvah of Kiddush, you can make it early. But since Kiddush always happens to be the first of the 4 cups, it wouldn't help you, because then you'd still have to drink your 4 cups when it's Laila. So that's what the Magen Avraham says. It's a din based on the mitzvah Laila. Since Kiddush happens to be part of the Dalit Koso, so that's why you have to wait. And the Taz disagrees. The Taz says, no, it's a din in Kiddush. Because we have a halacha, the Gemara in Rabbi and other places talks about the din of Kiddush b'makam suda. They have to make Kiddush in the place of the suda. The Shaila, the Rishonim, is it to strengthen the Kiddush, is it to give more chashivas to the suda, whatever the union is, we have a halacha of Kiddush b'makam suda. So it generally means that you make Kiddush in the same place where you can eat the meal, then you have a discussion what's considered the same place. If I could see the same place, if it's in the next room, you get into different levels of what's considered Kiddush b'makam suda. Whatever Kiddush b'makam suda means, you need it. So the Taz extends the principle of Kiddush b'makam suda. He says not only do you need Kiddush b'makam suda literally, but it means Kiddush you need it when it's man, which is roy l'suda. In other words, you have to be able to eat the suda at the time you make Kiddush. And that's why he says, and since the suda is defined by the matzah, the erev tochel matzah, since you can't eat the matzah, which is the suda, until Laila, so too if you make Kiddush early, you're lacking Kiddush b'makam suda, so it's a chisaron in the Kiddush. In fact, this seems to be the Taz v'shitason in terms of making, because there's a discussion among the Achronim. Let's say when we talk about Tosefes Shabbos making early Shabbos, so the Gemara says you can make Kiddush early. Rav did it. There's a Shiloh among the Achronim. What about this? What about finishing the Suda? Do I have to at least have a Kazayas of Challah at nightfall, or no, I can even finish my meal even before it's nightfall. So it's a machokas among the achronim. So according to the Taz, you have to say that you could finish your meal before nightfall, because according to the Taz, if we were chayav to have a kedayis, then you go be yotzei kiddush. The fact that you could be yotzei kiddush, it must mean that you could finish your suda also in Bodon. Another achronim disagree. So it seems to be the Taz l'shitason consistent with his view. So even though the Shulchan Aruch says one has to wait until nightfall until you make kiddush, or until you eat, there seems to be a fundamental machokas. According to the Magen Avraham, it's because Dalet Kosas is one of the mitzvahs halayla, that's why you have to wait. And according to the Taz, because it's lacking in the din of kiddush. My nafkamina between the Magen Avraham and the Taz, so there's a kul and a chumrah. On one hand, according to the Magen Avraham, you can make kiddush early. You should make kiddush. You can make kiddush during Tosefes Yantiv Shabbos. However, later on, when it gets nighttime, you'll have to drink another cup of Torah's Dalet Kosas. But the mitzvah of kiddush you could fulfill early. And the Taz would say, no, you can't have the mitzvah say kiddush. You need kiddush from Makam Suda, Zman HaRoy Suda. That's why it's a whole din in the Minchas Chinuch when we say in the Agadah, B'shah sheish lo matzu mara v'nochel monecha, does it mean that literally you have to be able to, you're picking up the matzah, you're pointing at it. Let's say someone's stuck in jail somewhere else, they don't have matzah, so they're not yotzei the mitzvah. So that's a discussion in Minchas Chinuch. That's what the Taz is saying. It's a din in Kiddush Makam Suda. It has to be a zman that's roy for the Suda. So one nafkamina is, according to the Magen Avraham, you can make kiddush early, you just can't drink the first cup until nightfall. Well, according to Taz, you can't ever make kiddush early. On the other end of the scale, how late do you have to finish the Dalet Kosas? So according to the Magen Avraham, the Dalet Kosas are a din in the mitzvahs halayla. So it depends on you. If you assume when you have to finish the matzah, the machokas, whether you have to finish by chatzos or not. So Tos is right. It's not just apply to matzah, but all the mitzvahs halayla. So according to Tos, the Magen Avraham, one would have to finish all Dalet Kosas by midnight, by whatever, or by chatzos. And according to the Taz, nothing to do with anything. The problem is kiddush, but the Dalet Kosas you have until you have all night. You have until the morning. And in fact, according to, that's what kids always used to go and say, then when you got back after Pesach, my Seder went to 2 a.m., mine went to 3, mine went to 4. So Rav Shechter always says, my son always used to say, my Seder was over by Chatzos, because he was machmir for the Shita, that all the mitzvahs halayla have to be finished by Chatzos, not just the matzah. But that's what comes out. To summarize, we have the Shulchan Aruch saying all year round, by Friday night, one makes kiddush early, and we even have the meal early, etc. We bring in early Shabbos. However, by Leil Pesach, it's a no-go. How come? How come you can't bring in early? So according to the Magen Avraham, it's because it's one of the mitzvahs halayla, and therefore you can't do it, and you have to wait until nighttime. And according to the Taz, it's lacking in kiddush u'makam suda. You need zman harayla suda. My nafkamina. The nafkamina is, according to the Magen Avraham, you can make kiddush early, except you'd have to go ahead and drink 4 cups anyway. Well, according to the Taz, you can't be yotzei kiddush because you need the zman harayla suda, and that's the Taz l'shitasan by Suda Shabbos. You're allowed to eat the Suda before, during Mimbo Jom, because else if not, you wouldn't be able to fulfill your mitzvah of Kiddush. And on the flip side, how late do you have to finish the Dalet Kosas? So, if it's a din in the mitzvah halayla, like the Magen Avraham is saying, and if you hold that chatzos is the time, so you have to finish all the mitzvahs, not only Dalet Kosas, not only Matzah, but all the mitzvahs halayla have to be finished by chatzos. And according to the Taz, it has nothing to do with the mitzvah halayla. It's a special din in Kiddush, so it doesn't tell me anything about when I have to finish the the other mitzvahs halayla.